Buenas, bienvenidos al segundo capítulo de Follett, los pilares de la Tierra, los libros de la vida, decir nada que ver. Estamos justo donde lo dejé la última vez, así que vamos a continuar nomás. Tenemos que ir a hablar con Francis. Aunque hay algo que no he hecho. No. Primero vamos a hablar con Francis, sí. Vamos a hablar con Francis primero que nada y después hago lo que tengo que hacer. Me alegro de verte.
I'm happy to see you, little brother.
It's good to see you too, Philip. Your hair is starting to get a bit grey.
Yours isn't. But at least in this one case, I will be the one to boldly charge ahead of you.
You've always been bold. You just don't admit it to yourself.
Francis, what are you doing here?
King Henry is dead.
I know. Word reached St. John's shortly before I left.
First the king, and now Prior James.
God has a plan.
I know he does, but King Henry's death caused quite a commotion in the world of politics. Dark times are coming. There will be war.
Sí, lucha por el trono. Siempre. El poder corrompe.
Only we could stop the suffering.
Maybe we can. I came not just to meet you. I was sent to look for a messenger of my lord, Earl Robert.
Here? In Kingsbridge?
Farmers said the messenger was heading for Kingsbridge 2 weeks ago. The knight was carrying a confidential document that might change the course of the conference. People here trust you. Maybe the monks here know something?
We will find him.
One more thing. No one can know why we're looking for the knight.
Okay.
My hat would fit in there. But why should I soil my sleeve reaching it?
Bueno,
No, we are the temple. But why a church?
camino del Campo Santo. Y este viejo.
Brother Arnaldus, how are you?
Arnaldus.
Huh? What? How are you? Are you well?
Oh, Brother Philip. Yes, I am well.
No aparece
It's
well.
just that the dead won't stay in the ground.
What?
The dead. It's probably those badgers always digging up the graves.
Novicios.
My father gave the priory a good deal of land to keep me fed. I won't eat salted fish all day.
Me neither.
Shall we go into the cellar again tonight?
Yes, Brother Marcus. You still have old Cuthbert's keys?
Indeed I do. I hid them right in the church. Stuffed them in the large crack in the wall.
I could do some crack stuffing myself.
I bet you could.
Bueno. Volvamos. ¿Qué más tengo que investigar? El caballero desaparecido. Okay.
Why cathedrals? Why do we create temples if we are the temple? Isn't it
Jarvis said he hid the keys in here. They're here. I have them.
Muy bien.
This brother Marcus really did.
Muy bien. ¿Ahora qué? Ok. Sendero. No se me escucha bien el audio. Ahí está. ¿Quién podría saber sobre el caballero desaparecido? Tal vez este tipo. El hermano Pau. Brother Pau.
Brother Paul?
Philip. Ouch.
Preguntar por el pie de Paul.
What's wrong with your foot, Brother Paul?
Oh, just a chilblain. It will ease when the spring comes.
You should have a fire.
It's all right. It's not that cold.
Don't take it lightly. Many will die this winter for lack of food or shelter.
Remigius thinks the Lord is testing us. Only the sinners perish.
No, the poor perish, and those that he has freezing out here.
Don't say anything to Remigius, will you? If he thinks I've been complaining, he'll be displeased.
Preguntar por el caballero.
Have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
A knight? Yes. He was just lying by the road, just a mile away from the priory. He must have fallen from his horse.
Where is he now?
He died. We buried him in the cemetery.
Did he have a name? Did he say anything?
He could not speak. But the look in his eyes told me he was afraid. I held his hand and prayed with him while he died.
Did the knight have anything with him?
There was a letter. I gave it to Prior James. Remigius will probably burn it with the rest of James's papers. James insisted that all his books and documents shall be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
I heard
Sí,
about
eso ya lo
this.
sé.
I think that would...
Sometimes, a few days later, Philip, maybe I brought a curse on Kingsbridge.
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and
Y
not
no de
to harm you.
calamidad.
Have faith in the Lord, Brother Paul. You did well.
Thank you, Philip.
Lo que necesito ahora el Brother Philip es una fogata. ¿Cómo consigo madera? Pues puede que aquí. La verdad esto no lo sé, no tengo idea. Ayucos. ¿Qué fue lo que encontré? Ayucos, ¿y qué hago con esto? Tengo que ayudar de alguna manera para que tenga una fogata.
Brother Paul, a word.
Ya pregunté por el caballero.
Have you heard about...
Sí, ya hablamos de esto. Sí, voy a saltar uno más y ya está.
I have... How could...
What's that?
Ah, esto no lo había abrido. Bueno. pesebre. A ver, puerta del molino. ¿Se puede ir?
Why is this locked?
Bueno, tengo las llaves. Un secreto más. ¿Qué dice? Hermanos, debo irme a encontrar... Vaya.
Don't say that.
Why not?
We wouldn't be here if it weren't for the cathedral. It feeds.
Aposento del prior.
We are people of God.
Vela. No puedo apagar.
Yet we need to eat too.
We come together here. The pilgrims don't.
Sala capitular.
So do the nobles.
Camino del Camposanto.
I see.
Lugar del prior.
I asked not to be disturbed.
Brother Remigius, I'm sorry I interrupted your service.
You mean Prior James's service?
Quite so. I heard he fell through the ice. Horrible.
Yes. I was the one who found his rosary by the river. Now let me continue my work.
I would like to take a look at Prior James's documents.
And why is that, Brother Philip?
Well, our little cell has given much to the Mother House. I would like to ensure that all is accounted for.
So you do not trust us, Philip, is that it?
The state of this priory...
The state of this priory is the concern of the Prior of Kingsbridge.
I still would like to see the prior's documents.
They will be burned tonight.
I heard about that.
It was Prior James's last wish. I'm following his request.
But the new prior will be lost without the ledgers and contracts.
After the election, I'll be the new prior.
For now, you are not. Only the chapter meeting can decide on these matters.
Of course. Brother Andrew will surely understand why you would go against James's last request.
El sacristán.
If you really want to be of help, look for Brother Cuthbert's keys. He's getting old, misplacing them all the time.
¿Debería o no?
About the chapter meeting.
Oh, talk to Brother Andrew. He will be just as pleased as me to have you around. Now leave.
Ok.
Why would Prior James walk out onto the river at night?
He was chased.
Chased? By whom?
The accuser.
But why would the devil be chasing him?
Better to not get involved in all this. Hmm? Don't you have your own priory cell to run?
You really believe the devil killed the prior?
Some of the brothers do, and I respect their beliefs. May never know what happened, and that's that. Now let me get back to my work.
Vámonos. El sacristán.
Yes. We must take good care of us. And our cathedral. We must...
¿Era por acá? No, no era por acá. Era por acá.
What we have to ask ourselves is, can our Saint Adolphus still protect Kingsbridge in these dark times?
He couldn't protect Prior James. Ever since that lightning struck the cathedral, he wasn't the same.
When you take over my position as sacrist, you should implore the bishop to send us a new relic. By then I'll be sub-prior. The new prior and I will support you in this.
All Kingsbridge needs is faith and hard work.
Philip of Gwynedd, I wanted to talk to you. How dare you disturb Brother Remigius' requiem?
I'm afraid the choir is waiting for me.
Stay, brother. There's no reason you shouldn't hear what Philip has to say for himself.
I was shocked by the prior's death.
We all were. Now, I'm sure at St. John's you're a good prior, but here we adhere to the rules.
We can't allow Prior James's books to be burned.
That, Philip, was Prior James's wish.
This priory is in debt, and without the ledgers and documents, that will never change. Besides, the wisdom in his books is priceless.
It is not up to you to make decisions in this priory, Brother Philip.
Quito las escrituras, no sé.
Do not domineer over those in your charge, but be an example to the flock.
1 Peter chapter 5. You are right. You shall argue your case in front of the brothers in a chapter meeting today.
Thank you, Brother Andrew.
When I'm done here, I will tell all the monks to come to the chapter house.
Would it help if I went and told some of them?
Feel free to do that. But I insist that the choir finishes practicing before we start. They're already behind schedule.
Okay. Lo que tengo que hacer ahora.
was something. He's right.
You seem troubled, brother.
They won't sing.
¿Por qué
It's
no?
Adolphus.
Yo sé
There was
Adolfo.
nothing, believe me.
I heard him crying in the crypt. I think I heard him too.
No, you are mistaken.
It sounded like a whip, like he was chastising himself. It's the end of days.
Brother Philip, please help me. Prove to them that there is nothing and no one down there. Now stop it. Concentrate.
Cripta de San Adolfo. San iría con mayúscula, ¿no?
Locked.
Bueno.
Let's see what we can find. Nothing.
Nada.
These old cathedrals are bound to make strange sounds. Hello?
A la mierda.
What is that?
Ser extraño. Un ave.
What is that? It's the size of a child. Hello? Oh,
Un simple búho.
owl. Just an owl. The choir will be relieved to know that. I should tell them.
Todo tiene una explicación lógica. Nada es sobrenatural o fuera de lo común. Siempre hay una explicación.
There is no need to worry, brothers. Adolphus is resting in peace. It was just an owl.
I told you it was nothing.
God bless you, Brother Philip.
I knew I heard something.
Now, be silent, concentrate, and...
The sacrist agreed to a meeting today. That way I might be able to get the letter you were looking for.
Good thinking, Philip. I will attend, of course.
Ok, pero ¿qué tengo que hacer ahora?
Finished singing. Are you ready? If you have any other business to take, the meeting could take a long time.
Déjame pensar. Yo creo que... sí, vamos a hacerlo.
The chapter meeting is more important.
Of course. But there is one more matter I need to address first. We are still looking for the man who stole Cuthbert's keys. Do you know who the thief is?
It was Brother Marcus. I heard him confess to another novice.
Brother Marcus, again. Sub-Prior Remigius will punish him for his transgression. Now, let us begin.
No lo había dicho, pero ahora lo dije.
And this is why Prior James's wish must not be honored. Kingsbridge Priory would be beyond saving without financial records.
I think we have all understood the reason for your concern, Brother Philip. But before we come to a decision, let us hear other voices of concern.
I would like to know why you would doubt the wisdom in Prior James's decision.
Maybe you didn't know him as well as we did, Philip. I can say I knew him well. We all here knew him. So did you know him?
I knew him well, and I know he would agree with me.
Philip, you are going too far. I will tell
Brothers,
Let him speak. Brothers, please. Let's hear what he has to say.
Oh, heavens.
hear him out, brothers. I was stubborn as well, but he made me see it.
Well, that's not an easy thing to do.
Yes. I owe James much. He was the one who asked me to take care of St. John in the Forest.
One of the most prosperous cells in all of Shiring, if not England.
It was a wise decision then.
But his last wish was not. Well, was it? What are you waiting for? Answer me.
Is walking on thin ice wise?
Who does he think he is?
May the Lord forgive him. He knows not what he is saying.
No. Philip was very hesitant to talk about the state of this priory with me. Usually he is as careful in his words as he is in his actions.
Yes. Philip asked us a question. Was it wise to walk out onto the ice?
God was testing Prior James.
I say the devil chased him. Do you doubt that? Do you doubt that, Philip? Surely you must have an answer. I know because Prior James confided in me.
If the Lord tested James, then he is testing all of us. I trust the Lord, so did James, and so should all of you. He was misguided when he walked onto the ice that night, as he was misguided in his last wish, whatever or whoever misguided him.
Prior James will face judgment. It is between him and God.
The novices would be better advised not to speak up.
Philip is a good man. He was the only one to say I should have a fire.
But did he do anything besides talk?
No.
So he did nothing to soothe your pain. He had only warm words.
Sabía que eso iba a pasar, pero bueno.
Very well, Philip. But why don't you tell us the real reason you have come before us? You not only came to save these books, you have another motivation, do you not?
I am here only to help this priory.
This priory, of course. I say it is not a coincidence that he should make his voice heard now, shortly after James's passing and before the elections.
What are you saying, Brother Remigius?
Que yo quiero ser el prior.
This is not about James. It is about him. He wants to be prior.
No. I came here to talk to James.
I think that is a wonderful idea. I nominate Philip of Gwynedd to be the new prior of Kingsbridge.
I can't disagree with that.
Well, yes, obviously, much.
Excellent choice. What about Remigius?
That's surprising.
Great
Prior
idea.
Philip.
Brother Philip, do you accept the nomination?
Terrible.
Thank you for your kind offer, but we would not want to impose on you, Brother Remigius.
Oh, but I insist. I will help you.
No, you really must not. We will see you later. Thank you. We don't have much time. Evening mass will begin soon.
Should I not have accepted the nomination?
You've never been good at saying no. And Milius is right. Kingsbridge needs you.
What about St. John's?
I will ride there tomorrow. I will let them know. Thanks to you, these documents and books will not be but. Now, we have...
Okay.
Truly, if the message says...
Okay.
Now.
Vamos a buscar la maldita carta. Qué casualidad, el primer libro.
I think I found it.
In the Bible?
Revelations. The Apocalypse of St. John. And they called to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who is seated on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can stand? The Lamb? What was James afraid of? Was it this letter?
No, the letter is still sealed. Break the seal.
Madre mía.
Oh, this is it. You found it.
The Earl of Shiring is about to start a war.
Yes. He's made contact with my own master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Who is this King Stephen that has taken the throne?
A nephew of King Henry. Do you ever think of the day our parents died?
Francis, you know I don't like to talk of that.
I know. It's just that I think of them all the time. And I've always blamed King Henry. The church suffered under his rule as much as we did in Wales. Philip, you have to show this letter to the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
The Bishop of Kingsbridge? Why?
Our late King Henry was opposed to Rome's influence in England. King Stephen, on the other hand, swore to preserve the rights and privileges of the church, and we can help him if you tell the bishop to protect Stephen.
You want the bishop to help the new king, King Stephen?
I want a king who supports the church. I want these dark times to end. I want to stop the Earl of Shiring from starting a war. He could set the whole of England on fire. My lord the Earl of Gloucester can never know what I was doing here. You must not tell the truth about how or where you got this letter. Don't tell anyone I was involved.
Pues... la verdad, no lo sé.
Do you really think the bishop will help?
Tell him you found the letter by coincidence.
And if he does not believe me, what then?
He will believe you. The question is, will he really try to stop the Earl of Shiring? I will ride to St. John's and tell your monks you will stay in Kingsbridge until the election.
What if the Earl of Shiring finds out what I'm doing? What if the bishop tells him?
Philip, calm down. He is your bishop.
I'm a simple monk. Who am I to talk to a bishop?
Ayudaste a Francia a destapar una conspiración contra el rey, fuiste propuesto para convertirte en prior de Kingsbridge, asististe a hablar con el obispo, denunciaste el robo del hermano Marcus, conocí la dolencia del hermano Paul pero no lo ayudaste, Remillus todavía te desprecia, encontraste un mensaje en el molino. Bueno, hasta acá llega el segundo capítulo con el fin del capítulo 1. Así que bueno, nos vemos. Adiós.